Hello everyone, and welcome to ZeldaSpeedRuns. So today, we have the Skyward Sword Randomizer Season 2 Tournament Swiss Round 2 match between Kitcot and 64-bit Link. So on commentary, we will have Floha and Raid Spinel, and on tracking, we will have Muzu and Vimilia. So thanks everyone, and have a great race.
You can't get rid of me that easy. I'm back.
Hello everyone. I am the new Jazzniks.
We have
Yes.
the same restream crew minus Jaznix being replaced with Loha here as the race that just finished. So we have another pretty interesting race here. I'd say that
Make sure to get your predictions in. LMF required or not. Be quick about it. Yes? No?
yes. I think that Kitcot is definitely the favorite for this race, but we've seen Kitcot lose key sanity before when he's favored, so Jazz grew up so fast.
Jazz grew up fast. Yeah, he basically doubled his age. Well, not quite. I'm not that old yet, but
I'm not allowed to show favoritism. Oh no.
we have C versus keys. Yeah, since we're on the topic of LMF required or not, what dungeons are we looking at? I'm gonna say we're looking at the 3 flame dungeons: AC, Sanchez, High Sanctuary.
I want Fungens. I want Fungens for this race. Makes key sanity more fun.
I don't know. I'm looking forward to AC. It's been a long time since I've seen some AC. So yeah. Right.
Key
What
sanity.
does Fletch have for us? That's the most important question.
Give us a boss key. That's not a boss key.
That is indeed not a boss key, unfortunately.
Earth Temple, LMF, Ancient Cistern. Give me my points. But interesting dungeons for key sanity. LMF especially is one of my favorites for key sanity.
I don't know. I think 5 Sanctuary is, key sanity-wise, the most interesting dungeon.
Yeah, LMF is up there, Cistern is up there. Fire Shield Earrings for Kitcot. And now for 64, Kitcot with a bit of an early execution lead, load times lead.
A rattle! Okay.
Are we gonna see backwards sky... Are we gonna see backwards waterfall cave again?
Is that something that people ought to do nowadays? Backward waterfall cave?
They've been doing it when they start with rattle very early on. Because you turn in rattle and then jump to waterfall cave. But, you know, you don't usually get rattle in your first 9 items. 9? 8. It just so happens that it's happened 3 times in this tournament, and people have done backwards waterfall cave each time.
This tournament is just...
And Bellows.
Bellows. Well, there goes your hopes of Bellowless LMF.
Unfortunate. But that also means that 2 out of 3 village checks are available to our runners right now.
That is true. Also,
if
sorry,
Raid was playing, he'd still
eating
go Bellows.
on the side, so sorry if I'm like munching into the call.
You can tell which pillar is available to the runners leaving the goddess statue because you'll always see Lineru or Farron. It's Farron. You can see it on the left. If you see neither, it's Eldon. So it's Farron. The harp.
Harp.
That's an interesting item to get this early on.
Is this the 64 harp? Wasn't there like harp on Potion Lady as well when we dubbed this the 64 check?
I thought the 64 check was the one in Fire Sanctuary second
there's
small
the
key
64
chest.
chest as well, but someone forgot Potion Lady once, and there was something important on her.
I don't think
Was
it was
that not
64.
I could have sworn that was 64, but oh well.
I remember the story.
It was CJ.
Ancient Circuit. There's a boss key. That's required. Required boss key.
Who locked my mic in my basement? I don't know. Nobody. I'm on a different mic for reasons. Because I'm not home.
We may still be able to see some fun LMF jank. The people have been discussing the wrong map sequence recently, so. Oh, 64 and Kitcot doing loose crystals. 64's loose crystals are a lot more out of the way. Is 64 doing 5 loose for 1 check on Batro? Is that what I'm seeing?
Oh god.
No. Yes? Okay, now, these runners are already mind-breaking me. I don't like this.
Aka, I have an important question. Is this hard required trials or just like, I don't know, a skippable key on a trial?
Well, yeah, logically required, hard required, and not even logically are all options. So.
Oh, there's 3 options. Okay,
Yeah.
well, I haven't seen that. Maybe I should have checked that first.
Before voting.
Alright.
Ancient Circuit. Doing 5 loose right at the start. 64. Why? What is he thinking? He doesn't...
I don't know. 64 really wants those loose crystals, apparently.
Maybe a hard gamble. Maybe he just thinks that because he has to do stuff at night anyways, like turning in the rattle, might be worth it. 5 more crystals for Kitcot. So, 10 crystals on Skyloft 1.
Well, 64 getting his 5 loose crystals really sucks now.
Yeah, can people please do Waterfall Cave? I feel like... Why aren't people doing Waterfall Cave? What alternate bizarro world have I entered? I think he's gonna go open the shed and check Petro 5. I think that's what he's doing.
Now that my mouth is finally empty, I can say, like, yeah, I don't know. I feel like LMF key, okay.
LMF small key.
I don't know, but like, people, like, Waterfall Cave has, like, come from the de facto standard first trip Scallop route to something that people suddenly, like, delay for, like, an eternity. like I've realized that this tourney, and I don't know what
I
happened.
feel like people are kind of losing it in this tournament. Kitcot definitely getting rewarded for making the safer play. But there's always the chance that 64... There's another small key for a required dungeon.
Cistern.
There's always the chance that 64 is just intentionally doing something Kitcot is not, but the fact that there are two crystal packs on Skyloft that Kitcot got on his first trip.
Rogue Temple and
Farron Trial
Beetle on Farron Trial.
So, I have to ask a question about the bet. If I know a way to skip that beetle, does it still count as logically required only?
I would say it depends on if the runners need that beetle.
Farron Trial. There's a beetle on Farron Trial. Logically required at least, so anyone who said not even logically is already conked. But we don't know hard required yet. We'll have to see. And 64 opening the shed. He's gonna get 1 Betrog reward. And then immediately get 5 crystals in Waterfall Cave. Is 64... or... is Kitcot going to Farron with 1 hint? 2 hints? He has 2 hints. He skipped a hint.
I don't know. I don't know what has become of this game.
64 has a bottle.
That's... okay.
Yes, Whip LMF is a trick. This is starting to feel awfully familiar. Deer, in the last race, Deer went to Betro in the first 10 minutes and also got a bottle, so...
Is 64 now doing beer strats?
Potentially, but I didn't remember Deer getting 5 loose crystals. And he's finishing up this nighttime Skyloft trip by talking to the ghost for Colin's letter. I hope he remembers he needs to go through the upper doors of... Yes, he does. More gratitude crystals. Kitcot is now up to 20.
And 64 with his 5 loose is starting to look like, I don't know.
Maybe a bit of a failed gamble.
Yeah, I guess that's what you could say. Like, if the question was, how many wrong decisions can you make in the first 10 minutes of the game? I think 64 is answering that question with yes.
I think he's only really made 1, and that was the loose crystals call.
Maybe.
I think the nighttime Skyloft play is not terrible. Kitcot got 1 hint stone and 5 crystals and left Farron. That's 5 wrong decisions. I mean, I guess. Sealed Grounds chest, if anything. I didn't see him get the Sealed Grounds chest. Nor did I see him get his 3rd crystal pack, but...
You know, 64 collecting even more crystals feels like... I don't know.
Ruby in Farron Woods.
Ruby in Farron Woods.
You know that place Kitcot just decided not to go?
Well, okay.
That would have been a nice hint to have before going to Farron. Song of the Hero piece. Okay. That was what was in Sealed Grounds.
And there's 64's first crystal pack.
Yep. I love that both these runners have face cams, so down the line when they're a bit more stressed out, we'll be able to see some reactions.
Yeah.
Your own commentators that we will try and share with you when they are relevant.
64 just not doing Waterfall Cave at all.
Why?
Why would you skip Waterfall Cave? Like, Sphere Zero. Just saying. Remember when y'all did not do Sphere Zero mines?
More crystals. Kitcot is now up to 25. The only thing 64 has over Kitcot right now is Betrow 5 and the 2 village checks.
I guess, actually, I think Kitcot's gonna get 5 loose crystals here as well now, from the looks of it. So, maybe 64 getting those 5 loose crystals was, in hindsight,
Kitcot
not the
combined
worst
one of those.
play.
Kitcot combined one of those crystals he got with his sleeping tonight to get Collins earlier, so he's only got or 2 of them, I think. No, just 1. So he really needs to get 4, and he's routing it a lot better, because if I recall, 64 slept in Rinna's house, I want to say, which is the same place that Deer slept tonight. Hang on. Deer, are you playing for 64? And then he got West Cliff, in between wood planks, then Light Tower, then inside Pero and Oriel's house, and then Pumpkin Patch. So his routing for the loose crystals was not the greatest.
Alright, 64 is going somewhere.
He's going to Lumpy.
The Lumpy.
Okay. I think 64's advantage here comes from being able to route bottle checks into Earth Temple Baron? I didn't see that hint earlier.
I haven't seen it either. Well, good to know.
Kitcot's going to be talking to Sparrett here. I love how you reacted to that hint, says Jack.
I reacted to that hint? Did I? I reacted to the beetle hint, like the beetle in Trial. But I'm not sure I reacted to the Earth Temple Baron hint.
But what we're going to get... 64's advantage here is he can route the bottle checks in the sky into his sky loop. So he saved Oriel and then grabbed Soup while getting hitstones. So there's a little bit of a routing advantage for him there, but Kitcot's Skyloft routing has just been way superior.
Alright, let's take a look. What's Kitcot getting from this? What's Kitcot getting from the show here?
We're going to see 3 rewards that 64 did not get, both 10 and both 30s. So, getting that bottle a little later than you'd like to, but...
Whip? That's good.
I really should be paying attention to hints. Another bottle!
Another bottle? Great.
I think luckily for 64, that's going to be available to him before doing Fledge, so... No, both these runners have been burned too many times to not do Fledge early. I really hope 64 doesn't do it right now.
Din's power.
Din's power is a scary thing to have, given that we do have the harp already. Betrothed very loaded.
We haven't seen a hint for Elden Trial, did we?
Nope. We've only seen a Farron Trial hint, I believe.
And Skyloft Trial as well, I believe.
You say Elden Trial and Logic, but we don't have Ruby Tablet. It's in Farron Woods somewhere, but that could be a great tree for all we know.
You know, you do have a fair point there, Reed.
Could be the bomb rocks. You know, we don't have access to it yet.
Yeah.
We don't even have access to deep woods. So, Great Tree was hinted dead. My other two points still stand. It could be bomb rocks. We don't even have access to deep woods. We only have access to 2 checks in Farron right now, and those are Slingshot and Harrow, please. And those 2 checks are Slingshot and Great Tree branch. Take on the Great Tree. So,
Well,
ew! Now we have access to Great Tree, technically, but...
Well, yeah, now
dead.
we do have access to Great Tree.
If it was hinted dead, then... 64, give me that.
Give me that.
Yao from his last race where he couldn't find scale. We can dig Spot RBM the Vine for Deep Woods, I know, but logically our seed is shrinking very rapidly. Useless small key on Shed Chest. Is 64 finally going to do Waterfall Cave? I never thought I'd see the day.
He's going to Waterfall Cave.
Still
20
doing
minutes in.
Still doing it earlier than either runner did it. Still doing it earlier than either runner did it in the last race.
Alright, are we finally seeing someone go to Farron?
I mean, Kitcot has been to Farron.
Well, like, actually go into Farron.
Nope, he's getting spores. Which we know will give him scale, so that's, if he goes back to Skyloft, that's something he'll want. I think Kitcot knows that Farron is a huge time investment for 2 checks.
You know, as a dedicated early surface player, I am not in favor of what our runners are doing here, but...
Yes, but Kitcot
whatever.
Has been to the surface, technically.
Technically, and got a whole of 1 check.
I don't know, going to the surface and doing Slingshot would feel pretty awful, I think. Because Slingshot is basically the only thing, besides the free check on Great Tree. $64 going to Farron now.
Let's go.
And having scale... not really missing out on anything, but Kitcot getting scale right now is going to be able to full clear Ancient Cistern when he goes to Farron. Out of logic, sure, but he will be able to.
He needs logic. The question is, do you want to full clear Cistern at this point?
Not me. How many times have you watched the Machi cutscene?
I don't know. Not 5 times, that's for sure.
I never got bombs in that scene until very late, because 2 swords were bomb locked, so I got screwed over by swords, but I kept having to use the Machi cutscene to activate Bit, because I was using the Bokos to die.
You know, chat is bringing up a fair point. We don't know where System Boss Key is.
By full clear, I usually leave out the boss keys, because key sanity is weird to me now, since it's so new, but... You can't
means that
get
we
the
need
last
to do
2
more
checks.
key sanity, obviously.
Obviously. Because they have 1 Ancient Cistern small key, they can full clear the dungeon, besides the boss, though. So, that's 7 checks? I think.
I don't know.
Owlin is not in logic. You need bombs
I'm not
for
counting.
Owlin.
I'm not counting in my rendo.
since you need bombs for Owlin, Owlin's still not in logic, but our runners could do it.
You know, just because they could doesn't mean they should.
Sometimes all I think about is Owlin, late nights in the middle of July.
Well, luckily for you, it is August already.
Sure. I hate that it's August already. I hate that. What? I think that was probably one of my favorite comments from the race time video was, "Dears, sometimes all I think about is Owlin."
I think August is a great month.
Well, it's more like I haven't done any work in like 3 months. And seeing the month makes me upset.
Oh, well, don't worry. It is absolutely terrible in Germany as well. But July isn't any better in that regard.
Yes. Both runners routing in Slingshot, obviously something you should do in a non-Skyview seat unless you're gambling.
So, our runners are kinda neck and neck here.
I would say Kitcot having Whip is a little bit of an advantage for him.
Yeah, that's
that and
definitely
64
a
has delivered soup.
slight advantage, I guess.
Yeah, I'd say the only difference here is that 64 has delivered soup and Kitcot has done Betro 30. There is the Ruby
Hey,
Tablet
there's our
in the
Ruby
convenient location.
If only our runners would have gone here like 10 minutes ago.
Chat has devolved into a bitter argument about which season is the best. You're all wrong, it's spring.
You know, I could get behind that.
I just see a spring sucks in all caps, so I've done my job. '64 is doing great tree. Was this hinted or was this not hinted? Because we know 64. We know 64 got the Bamboo Island hintstone, so.
Or at least chat told me it was hinted that.
Yeah, chat's always wrong. That's why they think spring isn't the best season. And that's why they think Great Tree was hinted dead. It might have been hinted dead in 64 just for gore.
That's probably it.
There's
or
no
maybe
reason to do
64
this.
didn't get to him. So I wouldn't know
he
which
did.
hint 64 forgot.
It was in Bamboo. And he did Bamboo.
Damn. 64 missing the jump.
There was no way that jump was going to make it. It was still so far away. I think if he remembers that this is hinted that at any point we're going to see a reaction on the face cam, so we'll know.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Opting to get a little more distance this time. Still barely making it.
Or did...
I like spring, but allergies? That's a pretty good reason to not like spring. But besides allergies, it is the best.
You know, I'm like a late spring, early summer guy. Like, when it's not too hot, but still warm. Like warm, but not too hot. But, yeah. Okay, anyways, back to the randomizer.
Instead of which season is the best, it's spring.
Back to the randomizer, we have Kitcot finishing up Slingshot. 64 running around through barren woods. Going somewhere. Kitcot getting a treasure medal from Slingshot.
Will we see Kitcot go into Cistern?
64 opting not to do Slingshot apparently.
But he saved some of the Kiwis, didn't he? What did he mean by this?
I don't know.
Alright, well,
64 also didn't get Ruby Tablet yet.
Yes, he did.
He did?
He did.
SMH. Trackers update that.
I remember because Kitcot walked into it and 64 almost short-hopped over it off of the platform. I mean, we'll know when he goes to the sky, but... SS Boss Key in Beetle Way of the Hero, or Sots. Why did I say Way of the Hero? I haven't said that in months.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if the 64 the dedicated tracker says
64...
why is 64 going into a sea with no items?
This is another risk play, I think, just based on he wants to get an advantage over Kitcot somewhere.
Does 64 want to be the next Jasnix?
But here's the thing about 64 doing this right now. He doesn't know Whip is on Betroten, and I think he's going to be kicking himself when he finds that.
Yes, but still, why would you go into Ancient System with like no items?
I think he's just looking for an advantage, like looking for something he thinks Kitcot won't do. And honestly, if he finds something here, then good for him. I also agree with Jasnix, it's fun.
Well, I think I have a slightly different definition of fun than you guys.
It's fun until the 90-minute sword hunt, as I have painstakingly learned. Oh my god, this Skulltula is being very mean. This Waltula. Kitcot not getting anything in Floria, from what I saw. But, you know, 7 checks in Alden. It's not the end of the world. Kitcot. Going to soup? Going to get soup?
Nice.
Why are you buying
Hard
soup at the
container.
pumpkin store?
No. Some people like the candy shop. We like the pumpkin store.
Pumpkin store. So here's something 64 has already done, so there's a little bit more time for him.
Ooh, I like that he's getting the money here, though.
Yes, especially with Beetle Sots. Beetle Sots is much a reason to do this as any. Youch! He didn't take damage.
64 getting grabbed by the hand.
You would not believe how many times 11-year-old me got grabbed there. I mean, I'm at soup. And 64 is doing Cistern Clip.
No, it's kind of funny considering that the game wasn't even out yet when I was 11. When you say like 11-8-year-old you, but
yeah, and Jasnix wasn't even born yet. He's like 5.
yeah.
Why are you looking for claw shots at the soup store?
Not saving grandma is a crime punishable for up to 69 months in the soup factory. Damn.
$64 not electing to get Vine's chest. That is something he can do. Vine's chest and whip hook.
Raid resisting the bait to swear on restream.
Oh. Let's just assume that, and I didn't just forego the next line. What in God's name? I forget what this high flip lets you do. What's the point of this high flip?
To get the boss key chest.
He has the boss key chest.
Oh wait, to get back. Yeah.
But he has a small key. Oh, to get back to the rope, okay.
If 64 manages that sometime. There we go.
Yes,
beautiful.
And he can still use the small key. I think
64,
he's gonna
you've got like
stamina.
no stamina. There's no way you will be able to climb up that rope.
It's a good thing the Bokos are entirely non-threatening. Do a spin attack, please.
I don't know. I shouldn't be laughing here, but something about this play from 64 is just very amusing to me.
I know. He's getting hugged a lot.
I really shouldn't be laughing. I should resist the urge. To be fair, I'm not laughing. I'm not laughing at 64's gameplay.
Yes, I'm laughing at the fact that he got hugged like 7 times.
Yes.
Kitcot doing flinch on the other end while we've been so occupied by 64.
Let's take a look at that. That looks like something that might be a little bit better than watching 64 get hugged a few more times.
You can do a lot of things from here. But I think the biggest... Save, please. Save?
No save.
See, I want him to save so that he can death warp back up. Because if he jumps down to get the waterfall lever, does he realize? I think he realizes.
He does. Let's go.
If you jump down to get the waterfall lever to get the chest behind waterfall, you can't get whip hooks without going through cistern clip again. Nothing on Fledge for Kitcot. The beetle.
And there's a beetle.
Dude. That isn't beetle locked.
Have I just seen a slight grin on 64's face just now?
He knows that Kitcot's not doing this, but here's the thing. Kitcot doesn't have to do this.
Like, I saw 64 really didn't want to show any emotion there, but like, he couldn't like, not do
you have to front
small,
hop 64.
a small grin.
Oh, he doesn't know you have to front hop. Is he just taking his beetle and leaving? Is he doing cistern clip again? No, he's gonna get whip chest. And then probably death warp. No, he's taking his beetle and leaving. You know, the moment I feel like complimenting 64 on getting that out of logic beetle, I suddenly feel like he threw away a chance to get 3 more checks. Because he could have got whip hooks. Not knowing you need to front hop there is a little bit of obscure knowledge, technically, but... he could have got whip chest because he has a small key. And he could have got behind the waterfall with a front hop onto the lever, so... That does also mean 64 has access to Deep Woods.
First projectile is
Beetle.
late. This isn't even in logic.
Yeah, that was hilariously out of logic. Well, no, it's not, because the whip. Or because of where the whip is.
Well, we still don't have any access to Lake Floria, though.
Oh, no, you know what? We don't have access to Lake Floria. That means Slingshot is logical Floria access. Or Aurora's Courage. One of the two. Or both. And we also, because of Key Sanity, you need 2 small keys to get Vine's chest. 2 small keys are claw shots. So we need the other small key or claw shots in order for that to be in logic. So that's 2 things that we need. '64 loves to see it.
Yeah,
Whole
64
wallet.
is now stacked on money and can actually check ZeldaSpeedRuns now.
Yeah, that's something Kitcot can't do. I changed my mind. That's something Kitcot can do.
Does he have? He doesn't have the money though. So now we can logically access Lake Floria, and
But we can't logically access that check because we still need another small key or claw shots.
that is fair.
That beetle is still logically unavailable. And
Well, there's the other small key.
Kitcot. Why you gotta do this to me,
like,
man?
I wanna prove Raid wrong. I wanna be like, Raid, you're wrong.
You would also need a beetle and bow / bow to cut down the Skulltula. I have another hope. Have another chance to be right.
Damn.
Get pulling the reverse commentator's curse. Yeah, he's cursing me.
Yeah,
The moment
yeah,
I say we
like,
need something
Raid,
logically.
I appreciate your input, but you're wrong.
So, 64 got something that looked really far out of logic, but Kitcot just goes and does a bunch of stuff in Elden, and now all that's in logic.
We got 64 coming up on Beetle here. That's a lot of crystals.
That is not a boss key you need, 64.
The Fire Sanctuary boss key, which we don't need.
I wonder if he just couldn't recognize it because it was half buried in the counter. Is that 45 crystals I just saw for 64?
I think it also normally glows a little bit more. The key. That's why it's
there aren't any freestanding items in Fire Sanctuary, so you wouldn't see that very often. Mitts? Did Kitcot get mitts? Yes.
Okay, so if the other thing here is not not a really good item, the 300 item, that means the crystals are sods. I just realized. Okay, well, you know,
There's
about that.
Item.
About that.
But I mean,
I think those
crystals
bombs are more likely to be sods than.
Sods crystals are dead at this point in the race, honestly.
Yeah.
Just given how many crystals we have and how much we have access to.
Yeah.
'64's got Floha's reverse curse covered. Kitcot's got mine.
Yeah.
Why'd Kitcot leave turf? So, Aurora's Courage or Bow is logically required to reach that other beetle. Since we need to cut down the Skulltula, which is hilarious that there's still something logically blocking that. And
there is the whip.
He didn't make a face. No tilt from
face.
64. You love to see it.
64 is just an emotionless robot.
Salad.
Ballad.
Salad on 40.
That was a face? You think so?
didn't see any reaction from him on his restream, but...
Also, yes, chat. Because the seed is apparently not interesting enough. We're talking about facial reactions of our runners.
I just wanted to see if 64 was going to have a reaction to Bat 10 having Whip, which would have made his life 1,000 times easier. Since if you have Whip, you don't have to Death Warp to get both checks. He's gonna push Patrol 40, go into Thunderhead. I thought he's gonna go into Salad, and then I'm like, oh, Salad's not a location. It must be another location that starts with S.
Mm-hmm. Salad is not a location.
Alka, there is nothing in LMF that hard requires Hook Beetle. Bombs and Bellows give you access to everything in the dungeon. And the small key. You need the small key as well.
No. Alka's... Wait. Boss key does not hard Yeah, no. Boss key does not hard require heal. No, obviously it does not. But yeah, it only requires bombs. Yes, that makes sense.
It hard requires Bellows. Believe me, I've tried to not make it require Bellows.
And Bellows as well, I guess.
No,
we do not know where Amber is yet. Unless Kitcot proves us wrong, get circles, very nice. Unless Kitcot or 64 prove us wrong by getting it, like, right now.
Circles. You know, I'd expect Kitcot to get circles, given he's the one with the circles guide. He made a guide on circles.
Do you? I don't think you need a projectile for the LMF boss key.
You don't need a projectile.
No, you can just like go to the right next to the switch and slash it with your sword.
Hang on, for the locked room, yes. But Hook Beetle is not hard required for anything. Yao said something in chat I need to react to. You can reach the statues with a bomb throw? There's no way that you can reach all 3 statues with a bomb throw.
Was that Cave's Key? It was Cave's Key.
Cave's Key from 64. Yeah, not without Bellows. Yes, that's what I was curious about. Progressive Pouch in Magma Turf. Something in Earth Temple is dead. Pretty sure that was West Wing in Earth Temple is dead. Oh, but ET is Baron. I thought ET was Sots. I'm having Seed Bleed from Seeds like 2 days ago. That was a completely wasted hint.
See, maybe this is why you shouldn't commentate 2 games back to back.
But that was Seed Bleed from the game I commentated yesterday.
Okay, fine. Alright, let's take a look. What does 64 get in here now? Also, I guess Kitcot wants to go to... Oh no, wait. Kitcot has mids. I'm smart. Wait, where did Kitcot find his mids?
Bombable wall at the start of Elden.
Okay. Mids
Not the start, bombable wall by the cliff. The one by the cliff. I forgot there were 2 bombable walls at the start of Elden. Claw shots are in desert. Cistern is Sots.
Cistern Sots. That could...
That's probably the beetle.
Oh yeah, well,
I mean, the beetle does fulfill it because it's LMF is in logic, and logically...
It's definitely the beetle.
Though it could be something else, and there could be another Satsun somewhere. We will see.
Yeah, for Kitcot, it's definitely a good hand. For 64, it's probably not such a good hand.
I do still think Kitcot probably wants to put off doing Cistern until he has the boss key, but you always have to live with the possibility that the boss key is just in Cistern. 64 has bombs, chooses not to do dig spot RBM. I can't believe this. He doesn't want 10-second time loss.
Yeah, unfortunately, no dig spot RBM there. No dig spot RBM from either of our runners.
But 64 will have a time advantage to having bomb bag here in Elden. He will clear it a little faster. You know, execution aside.
Well, 64 will probably still go to turf though.
The route, the dig spot RBM route is you, with bombs, is you do normally up to Volcano Ascent. Then you blow up the rock and do the dig spot after draining lava immediately. Then you go up the vent, do Summit, and then go to Earth Temple and do the 3 dig spots there. And you never go down the sand slide.
What about Mopatov though?
Yeah, you do it normally up to Volcano Ascent.
Oh, okay. I was just a little confused. Cause since I was talking about turf and you started talking about dig spot RBM.
Would have given you a bluebird feather anyways. You love to see it.
Or just any other rare treasure.
True.
Alright, there's the mids for 64.
$64, you have bomb bag. You don't have to roll.
Is he low on bombs? How many bombs does he have?
He's got 7.
That's not low. And there's another Song of the Hero piece for Kitcot.
You love to see it. Skyloft trial required, unless it was already hinted dead.
Skyloft Trial is already hinted dead.
Damn. Kitcot leaving now. I think we might see 64 do Earth Temple while he's here in Elden. What is Kitcot doing?
Bit?
What is he?
Bit.
Oh, nice invincibility frames. Early Thunderhead, I think?
I guess? That's the only thing could
Salad
be
on
doing.
40 kind of throws a wrench in that. Alright, I'm gonna early Thunderhead out. Dig spot RBM.
Yes,
After
Kitcot is
already
clearly
getting the
doing
dig
dig
spot.
spot RBM when he's already done the dig spot.
You know, I would go subscribe to his channel mid-race if he did that.
Okay, note to self. Do that next race for 3 subs.
That felt really late. But maybe that was fine. He was doing early Thunderhead. I mean, just the fact that we didn't see the cutscene. Kitcot, kind of like, based on his face cam, I think he doesn't think it failed, so the cutscene must have started. But
Alright, let's take a look. What
it
do
was
we got?
very
in here?
late.
I think we gotta get an item in here, right? Do we?
I don't know if it's been hinted. Well, there's a bottle. As if we don't have enough of those yet.
Alright, Aulon is available. Obviously. Aulon and
Petro
both
50.
Brox and Farron are available as well.
Petro 50 as well. And...
Is Petro 50 available, though?
Yeah. Yes.
Yes?
64 could have done it, but he didn't have the rupees to buy all of the... Fairies at the Summit dance with a rupor. What a great place for that hint.
Yeah. That is indeed a great place for that hint.
Hey!
Did Kitcot reset away his early Thunderhead? I think he realized. He realized he scummed his own early Thunderhead.
Lol.
It's not like he's missing anything quite yet. He doesn't... We saw 64 go in there and get nothing, so... 64 doing
Salad
what
is on
Kitcot
bat
did.
40.
There's even more crystals. Kitcot combining Kino with Elden, his first Elden trip, is very nice. I like that a lot.
Yeah?
64 having Bomb Bag and Mitts and Beetle. I think we'll probably see him just beat Earth Temple while he's here. Since it's barren, he can just sprint through it.
Yeah, that's a fair point. He could do that, but he doesn't have the boss key. That is a very fair point that Chet is bringing up.
Kitcot delivered the Simp and got Furor's Courage logically required.
Damn.
The Simp had Furor's. Logically required not just for not just for linear mining facility, but also to logically access the other beetle. As long as Bo doesn't show up, logically you need that to cut down the Skulltula in the Bokoblin little area.
In before he finds a bow right here. No.
You wouldn't have to go down the sand slide if you did Dig Spot RBM 64. Both Spiral Charge Rocks had Gratitude Crystals.
Yeah, Heedle is indeed in logic. Yeah, Ember Tablet would be a nice to have to full clear LMF.
Next up on my things to do, Amber Tabletless LMF.
Have fun with that.
I'll try.
We're also missing a few swords, Alka. We're missing a few swords still.
Kitcot finding both of those things on Beetle, both those Gratitude Crystal packs, puts him up to only 2 left in the pool. Kitcot, there's another item. Kitcot. He doesn't have the money for it. Okay. I'd panic.
Alright, let's take a look. What's on bet 50? I'm gonna bet for Bo on bet 50. Just because why not?
64 is, as the dig spot RBM guy, 64 Zelda routing has made part of my soul die.
You're telling me your soul didn't die already?
The loose crystals at the start kind of did that, but... Entrance rando, yes. That is a possibility. If we randomize dungeon entrances, you would only need...
Why is that something we actually didn't consider for these settings?
Oh. If you randomize dungeon entrances in boss keys, then technically you can beat LMF with just a beetle.
It's not very interesting. I don't know. I would bet against that. I find it very interesting. Well, then make it entrance random with empty unrequired dungeons off. Easy.
Shots can be found in desert, cistern. So now that he has those hints, I think he can put together the beetle. He might not go back to cistern until he has boss key, which if there's another item, he could play for Kitcot.
Oh boy, Alga coming in with hot takes again.
Oh boy, I sure do love unhinted Owlin being our only logical remaining check. I guess Cistern. Cistern is... We have no hint for Elden Trial, but because we have no hint for Elden Trial and we have all the logical hint stones, then Elden Trial is not required.
Yeah.
Yet.
Oh boy, where are we going from here?
Oh, we don't have Deep Woods.
Don't we still have the Farron
That's
Rocks
right.
as well?
We have the Farron Rocks, we also have most of Cistern.
Like, we still have half of Farron basically open.
Yeah, exactly half, because we have 3 checks and there are 6. 64.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's very true, Arca. We don't have Deep Woods in.
I just said that. 64, what are you doing?
I thought you were... I forgot for a sec that there was a hint stone in Deep Woods. I only thought of the check, not the hint.
Okay. Why was 64 grabbing money? He has one thing left to buy, and it's 50.
I don't know, maybe he really wants to check 50. He really wants to check what's on bet 50.
Fledge, maybe?
Not an unreasonable play. Needs a Fire Sanctuary boss key. Clearly. Alright, what is Kitcot doing?
Owlin.
Ow, then.
It's the only thing he can do in Academy.
Ow. Let.
What? 64, you're not allowed to do that. My man just pulled a red rupee out of a random pot. Exactly when he needed it.
Is that pot even random?
It has to be.
I
Otherwise,
feel like
no.
that's not the first
Otherwise,
time
people
I've
would
seen
have
a red
mentioned.
rupee in that pot.
Otherwise, people would have mentioned that there's always a red rupee in there.
It's random but pretty common, okay. Good to know. Yeah, that's very fair, Murzu.
The thing about random rupees behind bonks and slingshot shots is when you look at when you need commits, you look at the and you're looking at the scene flag sheet to try and find commits. You tend to find a lot of those just weird bonks and slingshots that give you rupees. I didn't see. It might have been a shower of rupees. I can check the temp flags.
Yes, it was a shower of rupees. You know, thinking about it, I'm a bit disappointed. In this game, we deliver a Magma to this guy, we deliver a Kikwi to this guy, but we never deliver anything from Laniru to this guy. Well, no, not a living thing. Not a living thing. That I forgot to say that. I forgot to say not a living thing.
Scrapper fills the trio though. It's
yeah, I guess. I guess he does technically, but like we don't pick it up. Like I guess the robots count as living beings. Technically. Delivering a Perella. Exactly. I guess we couldn't do that because then Scrapper would get wet and oh no. Imagine Scrapper would get wet. Ooh, Kitcot with the EB setup. Ah. Delivering a Goron. Let's go.
We take Golo up to the sky after Gorge.
Let's go. A test of Scrapper's strength. Major test of strength. Maybe you'd need 2 Scrappers for that then. Like, imagine you'd have to like, I don't know, pull out another Scrapper from like, who's stuck in the who's I don't know, stuck in the floor or something like that, and you need Scrapper to pull him out, and then you need 2 Scrappers. Then you need 2 Scrappers to like deliver the Goron to this guy.
Aurora's Courage, Kina hinted on Deepwoods.
Let's go.
And there's another hint there that I'm... trying to
But enough theory crafting. Let's get back to the game.
I can't I went to go clip Kitcot's stream to find out what that other hint was, but I got an ad, so I can't. Did someone in chat catch that other hint?
Central Skyloft shots.
Okay. Could just be scale on Pero.
Yeah.
Kitcot getting his bomb bag now. 64 didn't finish Earth Temple while he was in Elden.
He doesn't have a boss key for Earth
True!
Temple.
I forgot about key sanity.
We were literally talking about that in chat when you
understandable.
when you came up with that idea initially.
I forgot. To be fair, I played a key sanity last night, and I forgot that it was key sanity because the Skyview boss key was in Skyview. And I found that, and I just like, oh yeah, boss key.
Key sanity just isn't an option in Raid's brain. Raid's brain be like, keys off, thoughts empty, or something like that.
Brain off, no keys.
Brain off.
Actually, no, I'm just brain off.
Brain
until
off.
I see lonely chest on the lake hint, and then my brain on.
Good job, Muzu. Imagine forgetting that you're tracking.
64 going to be getting both spiral charge rocks, and unfortunately for 64, they're both crystal packs. So
Maybe 64 is going to Farron then. Hopefully he will, because that seems to be where our progression is.
Did Kitcot turn in Owlin?
Pretty sure he did.
Nope.
No, he did not.
Magamitsu.
Magmamit.
Useless. No FS, and Summit is hinted dead. $64, you have to go talk to Pum. 64, you have to go talk to Pum.
So what do we get here? This is gonna be our No, unless it's on our own. We still haven't checked our own. Is it really unhinted Owlin? Do we have anything left that's not Owlin?
Cistern.
Oh yeah, right, Cistern.
Most of Cistern is in logic.
I forget that there's stuff like that I forget about Cistern because 64 has already been there.
Yeah. Not to mention the beetle in Farandrial is available now. So all of Cistern besides the boss is in logic. See, it's weird to me that because Kitcot knows that Cistern is Sods. So the fact that he's choosing to do Owlin, he's not doing Owlin. He still has the Kikwi. But the fact that he chose to get the Kikwi, that he chose to get the bomb rocks before going to Cistern.
Kitcot. Oh, now he's doing Cistern.
Yeah, I'd be shocked if he wasn't, but.
Alright.
$64 getting the already known useless Magmamits.
Let's go.
He doesn't have claw shots. So I actually don't like getting whip hooks chest first. 64 not kicking himself for missing that. Going for waterfall? What?
64 never got slingshot.
If I remember right, 64 saved Machi, and then didn't do any of the other Kikwis, so...
Oh.
Kitcot, what are you doing, buddy? He must have forgore.
Nah. Really don't think so. There's the
okay, he
map.
didn't forgore. He forgore for a second. He had no reason to kill that Sculptula. Though I do know Kitcot sometimes just kills enemies when they're being annoying. So.
I think that's just the. I think it's Kitcot, and like, yeah, I think it's like Kit's arachnophobia. Exactly. I was looking for that word. Thank you, man. I know Kitcot is like doesn't like spiders.
To avoid the high flip, personally, I would... Kitcot, I'm gonna have a stroke.
Have fun having a stroke.
Kitcot has barred himself off of doing Vine's chest without first doing Cistern Clip again, or doing the high flip that 64 did. Rolled that bomb from very far away. I looked away and Kitcot already has the high flip. And he's struggling a little bit. There we go. Ooh! Using bombs there, I like that. I was going to say that you should just use the whip to raise the water spout so you can get back up here.
No, he should have this. Don't think he should be running out of stamina here.
Yeah, he's only gonna get grabbed one more time. Yeah, he's good.
Yeah, okay. Barely, but he makes it.
I was gonna say he probably should have raised the shortcut water spout so that he could get back up to the rope, but he got his high flip basically first try, I think, so. Yeah, this is quicker if you get the high flip. But it took 64 a little while, so.
Alright, Kitcot getting the beetle now. Or about to get the beetle.
Also, they both struggled getting back onto the ledge, so.
Dude, if the item that's missing is in a non-whiplock check, then 64 is gonna hate himself. Like, imagine it's in one of those 3 chests that he could have opened when he was there the first time.
We already have those.
Oh, we have those already? I didn't pay that much attention, I guess.
Yeah, so it was, no, we don't have whip chest. That's the other one. The small key locked whip chest is something he doesn't have, and he could have grabbed.
Why should I pay attention? I've got trackers that pay attention for me.
Yeah.
I'm just here to talk about stuff. I'm just here to talk nonsense for 3 hours. That's what I'm not getting paid for.
I would love to see Floha, or Floha. I would have loved to see a route where you don't last location whip, but both runners routing this dungeon in a way where
podcast.
both Kitcot killing a Skulltula for no reason. I guess he just really hates Skulltulas.
Yeah, that's Kitcot for you.
Alright, 64 finding out Furua's courage is on Kina before actually doing Kina.
I mean, even if you don't want to commentate, you can always track Golden.
Flashbacks to Esme's race, where she was killing herself with bombs in the situation in the Boko on the other side of the grate, shot the bomb with an arrow and blew it up.
Monk-ass Jasnik.
Oh, so that's why Kitcot doesn't race Twilight Princess. He hates spiders.
Alright, let's take a look. What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Crystals.
Crystals. Is it Owlin?
Yeah, I think so.
Then 64 has a huge lead now.
I'd say no. Because Kitcot...
Well, I guess not a huge lead, but he's in the lead.
No, Kitcot has Ulu already.
Well, it's still a small lead. Oh.
Yeah, Kitcot already grabbed Ulu.
Right,
There's
right.
no way 64
No,
ahead.
I thought 64 already had Ulu. No.
No, Kitcot has him.
Yeah, okay, yeah, no. Yeah, Kid's still ahead. Sorry, I don't know. Yes, it's Ulu you're transporting to the sky. Not
Yeah, for some
Lopsa.
reason...
No, it's not Lopsa because once you save them, they change positions for whatever reason. They're like, okay, you know what? You know, Lopsa was here previously, but no, hey, now I'm here. Now Ulu's here.
Yeah, but the weirdest part is Erla doesn't move. Erla stays.
I don't know, Erla is just weird.
Do you think Erla can't get down?
He's afraid of heights. He? Is Erla
I
a
don't
he?
know. I don't know. I'm gonna put Lopsa back in the tree, Muzu no.
Alright. I've come bearing the unusual Kikwi.
Apparently, nobody knows if Erla has a gender. No, it's a he. Erla's a he.
Amber Tablet, let's go!
Amber Tablet.
Monka Extreme Muzu. Muzu wants to put us all on the tree. But wait, if Muzu puts everyone in the tree, doesn't that mean that the tree just gives in at one point when there's too many people in the tree?
But then they'd all fall and die because we don't have Skyward Sword 2 hearts of fall damage. That tree's pretty high. I think that you'd probably be fine falling from there. Fine in air quotes, you'd live. Most likely. 64? Okay.
I guess 64 was safe. I mean, in case Aulon is useless, then he can like go back to AC.
So now what do we need for go mode? The swords, obviously. Kitcot still having got his sword, and 64 as well.
But 64 about to get his Amber tablet. So, what do we... I mean, we still kind of want some swords, right? Have you ever heard of Swordsea?
True. Sandsea, Volcano Summit, and Lake Floria are the 3 most likely locations to have swords, and we've already cleared out 2 of them.
Where all 3 Isle of Song checks have swords. Muzu, are you?
There was that one seed where all 3 Isle of Songs checks were hinted sots. 1 was path, but 2 were sots, 1 path.
Damn.
That was a fun seed. I was about to ask, about to comment on Kitcot choosing not to get the hint stone in caves. He doesn't have claw shots. Oh yeah, just swag break sides. Kitcot does those. He doesn't have Cave's boss key for the last time. Oh no. Yeah, swag break slides are faster. They are also very difficult. And they don't work for long distance break slides. Because you lose some height while rolling, so... Both runners in mines now. Runners have LMF boss key, and bellows, and bombs, so they could go full clear LMF if they wanted. Get. How's he gonna hit the time shift stone? Earth
Oh,
Temple
hey.
boss key.
There's your
That's
Earth
another
Temple
dungeon
boss
that
key.
we needed the boss key for.
Yeah. So basically, we need the AC boss key and like all sorts. All sorts always has been.
It's as much as sword hunts suck, it's nice to see a change from the Harp Casino.
Yeah, let's take a gamble at the sword casino.
I'm already sick of sword hunts because I had a 90-minute sword hunt last night, but it's been a while since we've seen one on Restream.
You know, the good thing about rushing LMF right now is that it gives you another hint, which is very likely to be a sword hint, I believe.
There's no guarantee that you're going to get sword hints though.
Not a guarantee, but the chance is pretty likely, I believe.
Tell that to once again my seed last night. No sword hints at all.
Damn.
64 with some pretty good mines movement. Grabbing some seeds, you know, you never know if you might need those, I guess. Might be that feels like a speedrun route thing, grabbing those seeds. Monka Kitcot was getting up and leaving his game for a moment.
Kitcot be like, I'm out of here.
I'm an early thunderhead out. 64, you need a bomb, leaving mines. Please remember that you need a bomb, leaving mines.
You can always pick up the bombs, like right next to the time shift, though. Well,
No,
not right
for
next to the time shift,
Dodo,
like...
for the party wheel, claw shots.
Oh,
Kitcot.
well, he can always pick up like bombs next to like the thing, if he remembers. I guess he wanted to go back, but yeah, no. Game be like, nope.
Nope. He
will not remember.
He's gonna be going to desert with 0 bombs.
Feels bad, man.
E for gore.
Feels bad, man.
So we have Claws and D here in Desert. We need 3 swords. We need the flower. Or the Moai Island face. I don't know. It's a shame we never found anything to call the Cistern Boss Key.
Is Raid a dinosaur?
What?
Why?
What?
Why? Why are we asking that? Raid, are you a dinosaur? There's something I should know.
Maybe.
He hasn't denied it.
Ah, Muzu made a spelling mistake. I win. Minor spelling error. I win. I think the Cistern Boss Key and 3 swords are all we need. Still no swords.
What's a sword anyways? Can you eat
Good
that?
question.
Is mayonnaise a sword? No, Muzu, mayonnaise is not a sword. And before you ask, ketchup ain't either.
Kitcot, if you watch this back, when you're waiting for your stamina to recharge there in Fire Node, put away your sword and stop Z-targeting. Your stamina recharges like 3 times as fast. Yeah, having a sword out or Z-targeting makes your stamina regen slower.
Wait, really? Well, that's the wrong boss key.
Yep. Yeah, it makes it much slower. Like, the difference is very drastic. I'd say runners are very close together, but 64 didn't do Dodo or Chesnir party wheel, so he's got to go back for that.
Let's just hope he did not 64 gore.
He did. He will 64 gore because he forgore the bombs. 64 gore. I can't wait for forgore to just be like common English. That's just something people say.
Good died.
Some
Well,
guy made
you are
made
free
it
to
dumb.
fly to Germany and come to my house to punch me in the face. Golden.
That'd be a pretty costly investment. Would it be worth it? Probably. 64 having bombs also orphaned this momentarily.
I love how we just get the Sanchip starter pack in here. Like, we got claw shots, we got Sanchip boss key, Sanchip small key. Like this, Lineator really is just the Sanchip starter pack.
Too bad we already found Cave's key. We found Bo though. Still something we have yet to find.
At this point, I don't really expect to see Bo anytime soon. Like, it's clear that the beetle was the intended way to access the other beetle.
Yes, for LMF. But we don't know if Ferora's courage is Sots or not. Because Ferora's courage was hinted and that beetle was hinted. Ferora's courage is gonna be Sots anyways. What am I thinking? You need to get that beetle for LMF. At MF. One more crystal pack for Kitcot, and it's the one on Beetle. He's found them all.
Let's go. You love to see it.
And pouch percent.
Let's go.
And why does Kitcot have 2 bottles of water?
Because he never, went to Summit? Question mark? Like, past it. Past Summit, I guess. Oh my god, Muzu, what have you done?
64 Gore is now an emote.
What have you done, Muzu?
I love it. I thought it was gonna be like 64's profile picture with a question mark or something, but I like just the skull. It's very nice. 64 and LMF. I love to see it. You know, Kitcot didn't really get anything from Desert yet, so... Or at least nothing that 64 doesn't already have. You can make that claw shot, try it. I tried that. Oh, it must have been...
Thank you, Aka. Thank you, Aka. Guys, remember to hydrate. I'm gonna do the same thing right now.
My water is empty. I'm going to dehydrate to death.
Oh no, don't do that. That really means you're a dinosaur then.
True,
oh,
there's the bow. Bow
There's
lock
the bow.
pause. Hey, wait, does that mean that the one beetle isn't logically required to access the other? Yeah, it does.
We already knew that beforehand though, right? Because, like, we full cleared all of Baron and Elden. What we could have done before entering Glenaveru.
But if Hook Beetle locks the bow,
Alright,
then...
new hint. What do we get? Collector Central Skyloft and Sanchip Small Key somewhere.
Collector Central Skyloft. No hinted sword so far. Kitcot.
I'm a bit surprised that Kitcot did not rush LMF though.
If he goes to Sansea, there's always a possibility he goes to Sansea. 64, you good? Also, Floha, if the bow had been... If the bow had been an LMF, then you would have logically needed to use one beetle to get past the Skulltula to get the other. And claw shots. Claw shots would also have to be hook beetle locks. So until we saw the bow, I mean, I guess until we saw the claw shots, logically, one beetle could have still locked the other.
One beetle did lock the other. There's like no way past it because Lanayru would. Well, okay, no, not necessarily because we.
Yeah, Lanayru was on Ellen.
Okay, yeah.
And you don't need
fair.
Beetle
Okay.
Fountain.
We didn't have to do it like that.
And these rocks are bodying 64.
I forgot that just because we do it doesn't mean we don't have to do it.
Yeah, I'm thinking about that path hint. Scale could fit either, realistically.
I 64 Gormuzu, exactly.
I don't recall anything else we got on Central. Besides crystals. I think Kitcot, assuming that has to be... Yeah, Bird's Nest. Kitcot, assuming that path to Galactos and or Sot's item is still unresolved, choosing to go immediately back to Skyloft.
Bird Nest? Did we get Chechas? Pretty sure we did.
Yes.
Vim is counting root cores.
Progressive sword and LMF.
That's a really good hint for Kitcot.
So this should be something, unless I'm forgetting another one. And bottle, okay, so that was not it. That sword hint is very nice. Oh, is that bottle percent? Yeah, it is. 64 has 4 bottles.
Let's go.
Wait, now I'm confused. I'm confused about the central Skyloft. There must be an item I'm forgetting. Where did we get LMF boss key?
LMF boss key, I believe. Or where was that? No, wait, that was an academy, I believe.
No. It was either Central or Beetle.
No, Beetle had Fire Sanctuary boss key.
Where was Cave's key? I believe Cave's key was in Elden Volcano.
Yeah. That rupee blocking all the wind from the gust billows.
Central Skyloft was path to Galactos, I believe, right?
Yes.
Okay, so it was LMF boss key and scale. LMF boss key is Sots and
Rina?
Scale is path to Zonrina. Did I say Tantalus? No, I said Galactos. So Galactos, path to Galactos
like
is Scale.
No
Thoughts
thoughts,
is
SSR only.
Please, can we never talk about this again? Don't worry, we're about to reiterate it like 12 times for the rest of the over the course of the seed.
Um.
64, finally getting the brake slides.
Kitcot also in LMF now.
Something I'd like to point out is that 64 is an LMF sooner. I believe we'll see him full clearing and finishing sooner. But Kitcot has the bow, so that's going to shave a good bit of time off his time clearing it.
That's true. This could be an interesting. This could still be an all-deciding race, basically. Like right now, it's pretty open. Both of them could win this.
Kitcot's done more checks, but
There's a sword.
Kitcot's done more checks, but 64 technically further ahead, as long as he doesn't go back and do the things Kitcot's already done.
Yeah. I'm waiting for like, I don't know, Sandship hint, Sandsea hint. Like, Sandsea has progressive sword can be found in Sandsea.
We still are missing a boss key.
Ah, who cares about that? Who cares about the boss key?
So, when that comes around, if 64 chooses to look for that boss key in places Kitcot already has, then he's gonna lose. But we could see a close race if 64 doesn't go back to do, like, Ancient Cistern, doesn't go back to do Bird's
I
Nest, stuff
really
like that.
don't think you're gonna look for the Ancient System boss key in Ancient System. In a key sanity.
It happens.
Yes, it
Mostly
can
with
happen.
Skyview. Mostly with Skyview, but it happens. 64
the
more.
meme. I don't know. This is already the second time this season that I'm like involved in making a meme. I'm not sure if this is good or bad.
So far, just the hinted sword here in LMF. I expect we'll see more, but maybe not.
Have we seen an LMF boss key hint?
Yes.
Okay. Paperweight!
Ooh, Paperweight. They can now watch a cool cutscene.
Status of the sword hunt? We got one. We got one sword.
Hinted sword. that
And
is.
one hint for exactly this sword. That's all we know.
So we need that, and we still need the Cistern boss key. So just both runners doing a full clear.
64 is slightly ahead technically, but Kitcot has done more checks. So if 64 goes and does the checks that Kitcot has already done, he's gonna fall behind again.
know, we could have a saving grace for 64 on the Temple of Time hint stone as well. Like having a Ancient Cistern boss key and sword hint, leading him into Sand Sea where he gets another hint. Like if the end of the seed is very linear, I think 64 could actually win. But he's bleeding time. We'll get the meme mind sots for the D, yeah.
Isn't Earth Temple boss key the D?
Yes.
Oh, right.
We got that in minds. So
Right.
Mines is gonna be sots.
Yeah, no. Makes sense. $64 gold.
64 gold. It's just gold. We are going to see minecart trick from 64 here.
Get gold.
Very clean.
Nice.
It's not a setup I've seen, but it worked. $64 Gorko, now they're just coming in wild.
$64 Gorko. And that's a heart piece.
Alright, so that's besides the boss key and the harp, or the boss heart container and the harp. It's everything. Boss key was hinted. Very nice small key placement leads to a very easy full clear. Boss key, I say. Small key. Wait, no. Also not key sanity. Remember I'm not key sanity. Nope, not me. Our runners had small key already entering the dungeon, so it led to a very nice full clear.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
Alright. Time for Moldy.
Claw shots should make Moldy pretty clean and easy for 64. Go. Some calibration issues, not getting the second phase one cycle.
$64 gone.
64 gone. 64 gore to finish the seed. Oh no, he actually stood up and left. He's not on his webcam.
Damn.
Hey, 64 made his bed. Responsible. He's back.
Let's go. Think he grabbed something to drink.
I should probably get water, since we're not going to be seeing any new checks for a moment here.
Well, we've got like
unlike a sword!
Like the sword, for example.
The neighbor sorting facility. Alright, I'm gonna go film.
The nearest sorting facility, let's go. Alright, Raid, you better not miss the last sword on harp. 64 bitten from being slow. The nearest smithing facility. I love this. Apparently you can't spell today. You can spell, Muzu. 2 swords in LMF, yes. Perhaps even 3 swords? Let's go. I'm gonna pull all my hopes up for the 3rd sword right here on harp. Let's go. That would be so funny, not gonna lie. Come on. Oh, it's the ancient system boss key. That's also good though. That's also good. That's probably even better because now we can look for the last sword in AC. What do we got? Sancy Baron. An Elden Child is also dead. Yes, 64 sword out of go mode now.
Alright, I have obtained water. What did I miss?
Ancient system boss key.
Oh, on harp or hinted?
Harp.
Okay.
No, there's no sword on moldy. Earth Temple is barren.
Oh, think about what you just said.
Oh, wait, no. Yeah, no. I confused Molly and Scaldy.
I thought Kitcot lost his round 1 match. Sansi is barren, okay. Yeah, Kitcot lost his round 1 match. Kitcot is not going to be 2-0, he's going to be 1-1 if he wins. Or 2-1? 1-1. Yeah.
Okay, looks like 64 was rushing Earth Temple first before doing AC. I guess.
Oh.
No?
0-2.
64?
I misunderstood. Spirit!
I guess if you really want to.
Any outcome from this race is monk-ass, I agree. So what do we even have
I do agree.
for swords? There are 2 swords left in a lot of check, and not a
I
lot of
also
checks.
don't want to face Kid 02. I already had to face Jaznix in 01. Don't want to face Kid in 02 now.
So there are swords. There are 2 checks in Cistern that we haven't seen. There's Party Wheel. Has anyone delivered Party Wheel? No one's delivered Party Wheel.
I don't know. 64 gore and Kit.
It has it 64 gore.
Probably I didn't either.
64 not doing Earth Temple?
What?
Oh wait.
Nunfuck. Gonna blame Nunfuck.
Understandable. So I think a sword at the end of Cistern would be awful.
64?
64.
Oh, I think he wanted to like get from position the camera and accidentally left. I think that's what happened.
Probably.
Like he turned around and walked too far, and then he's like, yeah.
So I think a sword at the end of Cistern would be very bad for 64, because if he's going to Cistern looking for a sword, he's not just going to go fight Galactus like he can.
Yeah.
He's going to He's probably going to full clear Cistern, which Kit has already done. Looking for a sword first.
Oh no.
Why is 64 an Earth Temple? It's barren, but it's required.
The required dungeon.
Gotta do it eventually. Dodo with a sword here kind of seals 64 as dead in the water, though. Because the only checks we have left are Dodo, Ipit's crystals, I think. Two trials, Levias. I don't know if Levias is hinted. And also Isle of Songs.
Dodo was hinted?
Dodo is hinted? Okay. Summit was hinted dead. Summit was hinted dead, and they already have all the hint stones up there, because they had a bottle very early on.
Kit chatting Isle of Songs.
Could be a sword here.
Could be. Would be bad for 64 though.
Yep.
Welp.
And if 64 had gone here after LMF, he could have had a chance. And he might still. He might still have to Earth Temple.
He still might.
Yeah. If he goes there after Earth Temple, like immediately, he's all good. This is still a race.
The thing is just, what is the likelihood?
I don't think it's unlikely, but as soon as we see 64 going to Cistern before getting Master Sword, the race is over.
Yeah. That's true.
TMS can't be an Earth Temple Baron.
I guess there could be. No, even that would not save 64. If TMS was like on Coloctus. If like
TMS on Coloctus would still full clear Cistern, which Kitcot has already done.
Yeah.
And since we know that a sword in Cistern would have to be after Coloctos, Kitcot would go straight to Coloctos and get TMS. 64 would go full clear the dungeon, then beat Coloctos, and then get Master Sword. So
interesting. Kitcot also do an Earth Temple first before AC.
Regardless, 64 not going straight to another sword after this is gonna cost him the race. And even then, it's a little close.
Yeah.
Kitcot, you can't keep scaring me with those bow strats. Those are terrifying. You say 64 cleared a majority of Cistern, but he got 3 checks.
I wouldn't call that a majority. In fact, it's a factual minority.
He'd still have to do whip hooks. I mean, it wouldn't take him that long, but given how close Kitcot is, that's all Kitcot really needs.
I kinda love it if 64 would rush Coloctus, but I don't really see it.
Me neither.
I don't think it makes that much sense.
When you're looking for a sword and Cistern has fast checks you can do, like right there. I really hope we see him go to Thunderhead to finish up Isle of Songs.
Technically you could be like, okay, I'm like ahead, but not much anymore, so maybe there's a sword on Coloctus. Just technically.
I doubt 64 thinks he's ahead.
Yeah, no.
And I mean, even with going to Thunderhead between LMF and now, Kitcot is not very far behind and gaining still. So if 64 goes to do Thunderhead after this, and Kitcot goes to Cistern, straight to Cistern to finish the seed, they're going to be very close together.
Yeah. I mean, he doesn't need 10 bombs, but he's also stacking up for Galactus. Kitcot also gets to do Master Sword there, which makes it slightly faster.
The Scaldera music is great.
Yeah, I do agree.
Ah, no.
Ooh.
He missed us. He missed the first spin attack.
No, actually, it kind of does fit the scenario, Jasny.
It really does, like Scaldera rolling down the hill. It really
Especially
does.
since this is a close race and all. Like, it kind of gives you the impression of, hurry up, you don't have much time left.
And I can see like Scaldera rolling down a hill to that music.
Let's just replace the Scaldera boss music with the, I don't know how's it called. I think it's called the Benny Hill theme.
True. My favorite part about new Scaldera is since Yao killed the cutscene that plays before Scaldera starts, if at any point in time you look uphill and render gear him, you hear him laugh. Just once.
Alright. 64 really needs to go directly to Thunderhead.
Yes.
Everything else will just completely destroy him.
We see 64 go straight to Thunderhead. This is going to be a close race. They are Scaldera apart.
Yeah. Alright, 64, where you going?
A sword. There is also the chance that he goes somewhere we haven't seen and gets a sword immediately, but that seems unlikely. Like, drops off Spirit and Spirit has a sword. Unless that was hinted.
Nope.
Nope.
That's not
Going straight to
Thunderhead.
Cistern. Alright. We gotta hope for 64's sake that he doesn't bother with full clearing Cistern. Just go straight for Galactus. I can't see why you would, but...
Yeah, no.
Get caught with the swag break slide into the Scaldera fight. You love to see it.
He may, but even then, the chance of it having a sword is actually not that unlikely, I would say.
I mean, if 64 goes and does anything besides the boss, I think that this race goes from...
Like, where else could a sword still be?
It could still be close.
The sword could be like in Fire, in Summit.
No, Summit's full cleared. It could be in Spirit. Wait,
no,
no,
we
Claw
didn't full
Shots.
clear Summit. We didn't
Claw
full clear
Shots.
Summit. There's one check left in Summit.
I mean, he did a lot of the long checks in Cistern, but
I don't know. Where else could the sword be?
if they're fighting Galactus at the same time, there needs to be a sword on Galactus. Spirit.
But even then, Kitcot has the advantage of TMS.
Yes, Kitcot would have a TMS advantage,
which is not to underestimate.
Which is Monka for 64.
I don't know. I'm just thinking like it cannot be Insanity. We've seen Kitcot pretty much clear.
When Airu's done, we know that. Farron, besides the last two things on Collectos.
Unless it's in Hope Beetle Lock Fire Node.
True. There are those two things there. But we've got Spirit, we've got 2 checks at the end of Cistern. We've got the thing in Summit, the Claw Shot Lock check in Summit. If there's a sword on Collectos, I think that 64 is still going to make this somewhat close, but I expect 64 to lose time to Kitcot and Horde. Just the matchup.
Damn, that's gotta really just be like, nope, you're gonna lose time here.
He has a lot of hearts, which is going to make hit warping really hard. Or death warping, bit warping, death warping.
Yeah, no, Kitcot's got this.
Kitcot is now officially ahead, I would say.
Unless 64 finds the sword and Kitcot dies before it. But damn, that
I mean, thinking about it now,
that
would
shoe
64...
really was on like a suicide spree. That shoe really was like, I don't want to live anymore.
64 got a butterfly. I mean, even if 64 had gone to Summit, I think he'd still probably be entering Cistern behind because of the time it would have taken to do Isle of Songs. Horde skip RBM.
Yeah, given no mistakes from Kid, he's got this.
I mean, the condition for 64 winning is he needed to not do anything Kitcot had already done. And
yeah.
This is stuff that Kitcot has already done, so... I believe we'll see 64 go, maybe at Whip Chest, but then fight Collectos. And now there's, like, the same distance between them that they had in Earth Temple, but the other way around, so... And it's impossible to even say, like, if 64 had gone to Thunderhead, would he still even be ahead because of all the Thunderhead time? That's like 4 load screens. Gotta hit the crest, you gotta get the items. Yes. My point stockpile on Zelda Speedruns 3 grows. I won both bets.
Damn.
Yo, they made Kolok Paws into a real thing? Entering Collectos as Kitcot enters the second phase of Collectos. I suppose not entering Collectos yet, he still has to pull the whip things. Oh yes, Kit also has bow for bow lock paws. I can't believe they made Kolok Paws into a real thing. They made him into an enemy in the game. Will there be a sword on Galactus? I think there's like a 30% chance at this point. Nope, Kitcot's not even gonna check the heart container.
Damn.
I guess 64 will check it, because he's looking for a sword.
Oh yeah, definitely. I would be shocked if 64 would not check it.
I mean, if you're Kitcot, you're the reason we know how little of this seed is right. I would absolutely grab that heart container.
64 did not full clear Earth Temple.
Earth Temple was barren, but the thing about full clearing Ancient Cistern is that's something that Kitcot already did.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't say that 64 lost time to it. He lost time to his out-of-logic cistern dip, and he lost time to his
getting 5 loose crystals. Or whatever he did in at the very beginning of the siege.
He also skipped a huge amount of Linnea.
Oh yeah, that's true.
He skipped a lot, and honestly, if he'd gone the Thunderhead, it would have almost paid off. I feel like there's no guarantee. Especially because, I mean, look how much time there is between them now. I don't think one Thunderhead trip. I think one Thunderhead trip would have still hurt 64 enough to make this very close to even. But
that fairy be like, nope.
No, Kitcot, you can catch it with the bug net.
Kitcot not even bothering with the fairy now.
Yeah, and I mean, 64
Are we gonna see what's on TMS?
64 was ahead at the start of LMF.
No.
And just his lead was a quarter what it was.
No, we're not gonna see what's on TMS.
I think 64 would have had an uphill battle even if he did check Thunderhead. But he didn't, and he full cleared Cistern, despite... Not despite, but...
Alright, where's 64
I feel like I'm
going
repeating
now?
myself, but... You know, he needed to do something Kitcot hadn't done already, and Kitcot had already full cleared Cistern, so... 64 Gore to win, I see.
Damn. Is 64 going to Thunderhead now, is the big question.
He would have had a chance, sure, but... Thunderhead still takes some time. And Kitcot was ahead of him after he full cleared... After he got Boko. So... Kitcot being ahead after just doing whip hooks behind the waterfall in Boko, Thunderhead's not much time difference from that.
Do you like memes, including 64 Gore? You should follow our runners, Comps, and Muzu. And Vimilia.
Yeah, me, Deer, and Muzu make some good memes. And Pac-Man, too. Pac-Man made Lepe hands, I like Lepe hands.
Well, that hint does not make 64 happy. Was that 64's last bottle? I believe.
Yes, that is bottle percent for 64. I don't know if Kitcot ever got bottle percent. No, he clearly did. He definitely did.
Alright. Mark that last bottle on the checker. Very important. Wait, he definitely picked it up, right? I clearly saw him pick it up.
Oh. And there's the other sword.
Damn!
Okay. So 64 also could have turned in Spirit after Earth Temple. I think Spirit would have been even better than Thunderhead. Like a lot faster. So if 64 had turned in Spirit or gone to Thunderhead after Earth Temple, the race would have been close, but
Yeah.
I don't want to assume that it would have been 64 in the lead going into Horde, just because of how close they were at the end of Earth Temple. Like, 64 starting Scaldera as 64 finished the dungeon.
Yes, 64 started Scaldera as 64 finished the dungeon.
You know what I mean.
I had to do it. Dude, I'm so scared. Like equipping claw shots here because this one time I actually got sniped to death here with the blue bokos. Hey,
What did 64 actually do unnecessarily? He did the Boko, like the Boko route for Cistern. And he did Waterfall and Kokono Kozoga. What? He did Waterfall, Whip Hooks, and Boko, and Whip Chest in Cistern. And then he did the jump.
Yeah, very good race. I do
Still a very
agree.
good race, yes. He did Bellows. The Bird's Nest. That too. So, if you subtract those things from 64, I think that probably is about equal to a Horde. And, you know, that's just 64 skipped a good chunk of Lineru, 64 didn't do... And GG to Kitcot, interrupting my sentence by finishing.
Finishing with a time of 2:21:40 or 39.
Uh, 64 didn't full clear Cistern early on. He did down the line, but he skipped a good chunk of Lineru. He skipped Party Wheel. Mostly due to him 64 goring, so he actually saved time by 64 goring. By starting the meme, he saved time. He forgot to get another bomb for the rock to get to Party Wheel, and because he forgot to get another bomb, he saved time. I love that. Hello!
Hello!
Hello.
Kids.
GG's!
Yeah, GG's. I don't know what to say, I'll be honest. It was just kind of... Some parts were good, some parts were bad. Standard shit right there.
You basically full cleared, I think.
No, it was like 25, 30 checks remaining on my tracker.
Including Sansi, which was Baron?
Not including Zancy.
Alright, hello 64. GG's to you as well.
Hello, 64.
So, let's get this party on the road, shall we? 64. What were you thinking getting 7 loose crystals in the first 5 minutes of the siege? Okay. My internet just break?
No, I don't think 64's saying anything.
I guess.
I think mine's just breaking, I'll be honest.
Oh, I think 64 is trying to say something, but it's not.
His Discord icon's lighting up. But we can't
It's
hear
lighting
him.
up, but we're not hearing anything.
I feel like a reason
How
to
about
do that
now?
would be like...
Yes,
Okay, now it's
Yeah,
working. Yeah.
now we can hear you.
Okay, yeah, it was just gambling that Bat 5 would be something useful, and I mean, it was a bottle, so in that sense it was. I think in the end it wound up being a bad play just because of how accessible crystal packs were.
Yeah,
But-
especially with whip on 10. That whip would have saved you time, this turn-wise.
Yeah.
I feel like that with my routing recently, it's been a lot more geared to efficiency, and I think with that, I've noticed I'm starting to pick up a lot less crystals. Like, I think today, I barely picked up 5 crystals because it just happened to be convenient. Like, I don't typically do that right now, because I'm focusing a lot more on efficiency, and there's typically more efficient options, but here it's like, well, I'm kind of at Plaza, and I'm going to Metro, and I'm at 25, might as well.
Yes. Which gave you another bottle. It was incredible.
Yeah, I got 2 balls on like my first Metro trip, because my 30 was my first Metro trip.
Yeah, I mean, the other reason I picked up those crystals was because there was the beetle, or not beetle, there was the rattle I got very early, so I wanted to check the rattle turn in, so it was kind of an attempt to combine that in with all of that. In the end, maybe not the best play in the world, but...
Yeah.
Yeah.
And skipping the good decision you made, skipping a huge chunk of Lanayru Desert. Was there any thought behind that besides I want to go into LMF?
I mean, I wanted to get to dungeons as quickly as I could, and the fact that I had just gotten I think it was. No, I had already had the LMF boss. I think it was the Earth Temple boss key that I had just gotten, so I'm just like, okay, I'm so close to go mode, I might as well just start rushing dungeons.
Yeah, and 3 of the 4 items you need were in LMF, so that really
Yeah.
paid off.
I mean, I think with Key Sanity, rushing dungeons makes less sense, because, I mean, I think LMF is a very linear dungeon, so you have to do most of it anyway. Well, at least half of it. But I think with Key Sanity, you don't do any dungeon searching, you just kind of go to the boss door, so you save a butt ton of time if you can essentially go mode it, way more so than you normally would. But I think that's why I put off dungeons a bit. Like, my desert routing was just do desert, right? Do caves, do the last check in mines, because it's, efficiency, right? I literally went back to Central Skyloft, checked the hint, and then went back to LMF, in that order, right? Because, I mean, a part of that was, again, I didn't want to do the whole trek to LMF again, and so I think I was going to go to the Sky anyway, so I combined it with the Central Skyloft hint, right? Again, this is late game, so hints are quite valuable, right? So I combine it with that, and then, yeah.
The fact that you did a very thorough full clear of Lanayru Desert and Lanayru Caves and Lanayru Mines before LMF,
Yeah.
whereas 64 did like Fire Node, Hook Beetle fight. Okay, time for Lanayru Mining Facility.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not surprised that 64 made a bunch of those plays. It makes sense if you're, like, trying to counter a stronger opponent. I think that, like, obviously you kind of need a bit of that rando luck right there, but I guess it didn't pay off for you.
And 64 was ahead leaving Earth Temple, and, we said it in the commentary booth? It's not a booth. We said it here that if 64 wants to win...
I'll still say commentary booth.
He can't know this, but if he wants to win, he needs to not do anything Kitcot's already done. He needs to go straight somewhere Kitcot hasn't been, find his sword, and then finish the seed. And he went to go full clear Cistern, which he had already done, so...
Well, yeah, it was one of those... It was basically like I was thinking, well, if there's a sword in Cistern, I want to get that sword, and there wasn't one.
Yeah, and unfortunately, you couldn't have known that we already knew there wasn't. You couldn't have known, but Kitcot found a sword in Thunderhead as you were going to Cistern, and that was just, oh, well, that's unfortunate. Or no, Kitcot found a sword in Thunderhead before going to Earth Temple, so...
Yeah, I did Earth Temple really late. Don't ask me why I did it really late. I think it just never really made sense with my... Like, I wanted to do it with all the items, including Master Sword, to make things as efficient as possible. But it just, never really made sense until go mode.
You didn't have the boss key until... Mines.
Whereas Bosky was Mines, yeah. No. Also, just on Mines and Amber Tablet in general, did 64 also last location now, or did I just last location Alan because I suck?
64 did not last location the Amber Tablet now.
Okay, yeah. I think my mid game was, it felt pretty inefficient. I don't know, it felt pretty efficient. Like I was kind of forgetting things. I forgot to talk to Alan the first time, but it didn't really matter in the long term. It's kind of going back. It was like another dip I didn't have to do. It was like early game. I think my routing was pretty solid. Yeah, pretty sure I reached him. Let's go. But yeah, no, I think the early game my routing felt solid. Like I really liked the do half the first sky loop, then go into sealed grounds because you know I can full clear sealed grounds, go back out to Skyloft and then back because I like that play because sealed grounds to main Farron has like virtually no backtracking because you check the statue anyway and you just fly back to the same statue. And also again, sealed grounds is kind of like it's a place you'd be anyway, or a place you have to go anyway, so might as well has required checks in it.
You're adding skyloads, which. Not the best.
That is true, but I mean, that's true. But you can't like you can't play a game and hope, oh, I'm gonna get like a specific number of this because you really don't know. You kind of just have to play the hand you're dealt with. And honestly, I mean, it sort of paid off because I only had to double dip Patrol because I found a few crystals in sealed grounds. But yeah, it's kind of a. I mean, at the end of the day, every part of Rando is a mini gamble at the end of the day, and some gambles are bigger, obviously towards the like latter half of the run. And so yeah, you kind of just have to deal with like the seed you're given, really.
Yeah, I mean 64 skipping
Sorry to butt in here real quick, but I just want to say like final GG to 64, finishing in second place with a 2:29.22.
Yeah, but both sub 2:30. I mean,
yes.
Not sub 2.
Both
bit off sub 2.
Both sub
bit
2.
Off.
Yeah, right.
You guys know what I meant. Shut up, Flo. You know what I meant.
I mean, unhinted Owlin Amber Tablet. You hate to see it, you know.
Yeah. I mean, it was technically hinted with the Scaldera to Academy path, but you had no way of knowing that was Owlin. And also, that kind of bleeds into why I did Keener and Fledge before Elden 1. I did that because I kind of did that. I mean, that's kind of me rushing hints a little bit because I think that's. Okay, I knew I was going to come back to Elden anyway because Earth Temple was a required dungeon, but I was kind of like, okay, well, Fledge might have something, right? Because it's like fairly early in like Sphere 1 Fledge, and it's like, again, it stops for Scaldera, so there might be something useful there that would make me have to like one-trip Elden, so I kind of did that, found Eldenor, which is like, great, thanks Fledge, and then found Mitz in Elden, which is great.
64 also did Fledge, I believe. I think what 64 didn't do at the start was Floria, or Cistern. He went in and got the beetle out of, like, the second thing he checked.
Yeah.
And then failed to jump to another chest and just left. With
also,
the beetle. And that helped him out a lot, because he... and I don't mean to narrate 64 to 64 what ended up happening, but he ended up going to Cistern, grabbing the beetle, and then leaving, which saved him time pre-Owlin, and then post-Owlin he skipped like 12 checks in Lanayru, which just didn't do him. And so if he had done Spirit out of Earth Temple, the seed could have been a lot closer. But
I will say that like in Lake Floria, if I'd remembered that I could have got the silver rupees in Age System, I'd have got the bombs faster, and Last just naturally got Owlin probably quicker. But here's the thing. I remembered the gold rupee on top of the Floria waterfall, but I didn't have the beetle. And I was thinking, I'm pretty sure there's another way of getting a decent amount of money, but I can't remember it. And then after I got like Amber Tab and was like in the lane, I was like, oh yeah, I could have gone into Ancient Cistern. Dang. So that was great. So yeah, it's like these other like small little things that would made mid game a little bit faster. But they kind of like I assume they kind of add up. Like I could easily got up to 20 if my mid game wasn't like if my mid game didn't have like holes all over. And I don't know if I would have not lost location to Almond because it was just how I kind of routed. But I don't know, I'll have to look back at the VODs to kind of say that for certain. Yeah, I'm done talking.
Any final thoughts from 64 about the seed, or?
I mean, Yeah, really close race, like closer than I guess like I would have expected like an hour into the seed when I was hunting everywhere for Amber Tablet. Because like you said, I didn't quite last location it, but it might as well have been a last location. Because I decided to put off Slingshot, and it was just another kind of aggressive play, and that didn't wind up working out because Owlin was required, but yeah. So
but
yeah.
One last little note from me is the 64 gore. So you were in mines, you grabbed exactly one bomb before doing the break slide across to the last time shift stone. And I said, I hope he doesn't use the bomb to blow up the time shift stone, because if he does that, then he's not gonna have any bombs to blow up the rock for party wheel. And he's gonna he's gonna not be able to do it. And then you did that, and it was Floha who said, oh, 64 gore, he needed a bomb. And so
So I mean, it wound up working out because it saved me a few extra checks that I. But yeah, I realized it immediately when I had 0 bombs. I'm like, ooh, yeah, I'm not going to be able to do those 2 checks. And that's why I'm like, okay, I'm going to check the Desert Entrance statue, so in the event I have to come back here later, I can do so and just orphan them for now.
Right, yeah. Yeah, but no, yeah, again, close race was definitely. I need to stop cutting these so close, man. Like, I mean, it's nice to be. It's nice to have a dub after whatever the hell last week was, but man, this is still close. I'll be honest. So 64 giving me a run for my money. Yeah, I don't know, it was fun.
Yeah, 64 with that also joining me in the O2 group, in the, I guess you could almost say, comfy O2 group.
Yeah, 1-1 is chaos. Help me.
Yeah, 1-1 is chaos, and 2-0 is not good either. So
2-0 is better than 1-1.
I don't know. And like 0-2 is like the.
I mean, 1-1's pretty dead, right? Because you got Average Link, you got Jaznix, and you got me, I think.
And not Jim. Jim, we were talking about Jim.
Jim got 2-0, yeah. Jim got 2-0, Mario Runner. Okay, no, Mario Runner's 1-1. Zelda's 1-1. Deer is 2-0. Esme's 2-0. I think it's just Jim, Deer, and Esme so far who are 2-0 right now, so good on them.
Yes,
checking
Radio. Checking out the 1-1 so far, it's me, Mario, and then Jaznix, Battle Cats, Pac-Man, Zelds, and now Kitcot, and yeah.
The O2 group is complete though. Yeah, the O2.
Oh yeah, like I mean O2's like Acer, Mirage, what else?
Flow. Firework, 64 now, and me.
O2 is a finished group. That is, everyone who is going to be in O2 is in O2, because everyone who lost week 1 has played.
Yeah, and I can't wait to get paired up with someone from 1-1, because there's not enough people to pair themselves up in O2.
I think you were bottom seed, Floha, as far as the bottom group. So
bottom random seed, yeah, I think so.
Unfortunately for me, I am a very high seed, so I'm probably going.
You're a random first seed raid, yeah.
No, that means I'm definitely going up against a 2-0. No.
Yeah, no. I mean, I can believe it, Mario Runner. If you had like a good, if you had a lucky opponent, I don't know. Although you did have Lepalog, so maybe not. I don't know. It's fine. Anyway, yeah, no, good seed. To be 1-1 and not 0-2. I guess, and hopefully the latter rounds will be kind to me, and I can get a not bad seed. That's all I'm saying.
So you're saying you do not want to face Jim? No wait. Jim isn't too old. You do not want to face Yao or Jasmine?
I mean, if I'm facing, I'm honest. I mean, I'd want to face them and beat them, because then they'll be down and I'll be up. But yeah, I just want a good seed at this point. I don't care how I get it. Just want a good seed.
So yeah.
As long as you don't push Yal or Jasnix down into week 4, like 1 and 2.
I mean, if they get paired against each other, we are going to have one of them in the week 4, 1 and 2. So
yeah, fun times.
Yeah, I think we're done. Yeah, so Alka, I guess.
And,
yeah.
Speaking of fun times, Alka, tell us more about some upcoming races, I guess.
Yeah, so about upcoming races, there's Muzu versus Lepelog tomorrow, so I guess it's at 6 PM UTC tomorrow. And there's the last game of round 2 on Saturday at 4 PM UTC between G-Dude and CJ. So yeah, and after that it will be round 3 next week. So yeah, pretty big races. I think the CJ versus G-Dude is a pretty important race for two matches, because the winner decides who is facing Deer, I guess. But yeah, big races. So yeah, we have quite a lot of other tournaments right now on the schedule. We have Majora Mask Randomizer Standard Tournament Season 3. We have Ace Layer versus VDR coming up in 1 hour. We also have a lot of Wind Waker Randomizer Season 5 matches. There is one right now on the SR main between Rick Schmitty and Inquisition. So yeah, that's it for today. Thanks everyone, and see you later. Bye.
Bye.